Here are other companies taking action against Russia. Meta, the parent company of Facebook, is barring Russian state media from running ads or from monetizing from its platform anywhere in the world. Google, well, they made a similar move on its video sharing platform, YouTube. Videos from affected media will also come up less often in recommendations. In response, Moscow is demanding that Google restore access to the YouTube channels of the Russian media in Ukraine. On the logistics front, two of the world's largest firms, US-based United Parcel Service and FedEx, are halting delivery services to both Russia and Ukraine. Russian billionaire Roman Abramovich also gave up his stewardship of the Chelsea Football Club. Abramovich made the announcement following calls he should be barred from owning the English Premier League team due to his ties with the Russian President Vladimir Putin's regime. Meanwhile, SpaceX billionaire Elon Musk says the company's Starlink satellite broadband service is still available in Ukraine despite disruptions caused by Russia's invasion. He adds they're sending more terminals to the country to improve their internet connectivity. British oil giant BP planning to abandon its nearly 20% stake in Russia's Rosneft in the wake of its invasion in Ukraine. BP CEO will also step down from Rosneft's board. BP says their exit will lead to charges of up to $25 billion at the end of the first quarter. Rosneft accounts for around half of BP's oil and gas reserves and a third of its production. Businesses in Ukraine also chipping in the country's fight against Russia. In the western city of Lviv, a Ukrainian brewery has switched from making beer to producing Molotov cocktails to fight off Russian forces. The Molotov cocktail bottles have labels featuring the image of Russian President Vladimir Putin. Last week, the Ukrainian Ministry of Defense encouraged citizens to make the improvised bombs to defend their country. Panic grips Russians as new Western sanctions hit banks in the country. On Sunday, Russians lined up outside ATMs, fearing new sanctions will trigger shortages of cash and disrupt payment systems in Moscow. The moves to block some Russian banks from the SWIFT global payment system and freeze the Bank of Russia's reserves are expected to deal a severe economic blow. But Russian authorities and lenders are trying to ease fears of any major upheaval. Russia's biggest lender says it's not seeing any interruptions in customer transactions through its own and partner payment systems. Here at home, no reprieve for motorists as local pump prices are set to go up for a 9th straight week. Beginning tomorrow, gasoline prices will increase by 90 centavos per liter. A liter of diesel will cost 80 centavos more, while kerosene prices will go up by 75 centavos per liter. Gasoline prices have increased by a total of nearly 9 pesos per liter this year, while diesel prices have gone up around 11 pesos per liter. The price increases are due to the supply issues in the world oil market and due to Russia's invasion of Ukraine. A local transport group is looking to stage a strike to push for a fare hike.
Gusto ng DOTR at saka LTFRB na makipag-usap sa amin, kaya kami ay mataas yung respeto namin dahil yun naman talaga ang aming inaantay. Ayaw naman namin makipag-away sa kanila eh. Mayroon nang nakasit na meeting sa darating na Martes. So yun po yung inaantay namin na pag doon sa pag-uusap sa Martes ay hindi pa rin po ibigay ng LTFRB, DOTR o DOST, DOE, yung aming kahilingan, Sir Dave, ay magmi-meeting kami ulit doon sa aming samahan.
As oil prices rise, consumers can also expect a hike in the cost of other goods.
Mukhang all factors point to the fact that talagang tataas ang presyo ng mga bilihin, di ba? So I don't know if they'll have to adjust some more. Yun ang nakakatakot, no? Just when we're about to lift the alert levels, no, and make it ease down on the alert levels, no, biglang ito naman ang bagong problema.
70% of the cost of fish is really fuel eh. Yung ang nangyayari sa amin dahil you need the fuel to catch fish. Kung hindi ka may pagbibigyan, some of the canneries may have no choice but to shut down.
In other news, North Korea test fires what is believed to be a ballistic missile Sunday in its first test following a record number of tests last January. Here's the full story.
North Korea resumed missile tests with its first launch in a month, firing what could be a ballistic missile on Sunday, according to military officials in South Korea and Japan. Sunday's launch stoked fears among some in Seoul and Tokyo that Pyongyang is pushing ahead with missile development as international attention focuses on Russia's invasion of Ukraine. Japanese Defense Minister Nobuo Kishi said North Korea was threatening the security of Japan, the region, and the international community, while the United States condemned Sunday's launch, calling on North Korea to cease destabilizing acts. However, Washington said the test did not pose an immediate threat. Diplomatic talks between Pyongyang, Washington, and its allies remain stalled. Washington said it's open to talks with North Korea without preconditions, but Pyongyang has so far rejected those overtures as insincere. The launch came less than 2 weeks ahead of South Korea's presidential election. The leading conservative candidate, Yoon Suk-yeol, warned last week that the North could see the Ukraine crisis as, quote, an opportunity for launching its own provocation.